Yo, what is up, folks? Trev CCG here, and Explore gameplay. Midweek Magic is Explorer this week. Come along, get your free rare cards and cosmetic. Very, very interesting. But I thought this would be a good opportunity to showcase a deck that I didn't necessarily want to make a full video with. But it's interesting and to get some upgrades. It's one of the last couple of decks has received upgrades that I wanted to kind of showcase from Explorer Anthology 2. But it's like a fairly obvious one, I think, and that is Mono Red. And so I'll go into the list and then I'll show you the sideboard, but obviously Midweek Magic is best of one, so keep that in mind. Yeah, and if you've got anything you want to see me play with, or anything you're like, hey, I'd see you brew with that, like I'm planning on recording with Kruger Fires at some point this week, but I have a few other things planned, like Elves with Nykthos and a couple other bits and pieces. But if you've got anything particular you'd like to see, let me know in the comments. So, Mono Red, obviously the new edition, Eidolon the Great Revel. This is kind of like as free wins as you can get, really, which is weird to say because we're not actually playing Embercleave. But let's kind of get into it. So 4 copies of Commanding, 4 copies of Swiftspear, 4 copies of Soulscar Mage as our 1-drops, along with Play with Fires and then also these Spikefield Hazards. We're actually going up to 4 mana, so we're having an extra couple of like DFCs that add some value, especially when you're playing the Paralyzed creatures, and with Soulscar Mage especially, because the -1/-1 count can actually be a lot more useful too. Pretty handy. Lightning Strike, just like most efficient burn spell for you, but also obviously kills Greasefang on curve when you're on the draw, it slices and dices, all that stuff. Eidolon the Great Revel. The new edition, whenever a player casts a spell with CMC 3 or less, right, mana value, Eidolon the Great Revel deals 2 damage to that player. Tons and tons of pressure is always going to deal some amount of damage. You need to be a little careful versus some decks that you don't trap yourself under it. We'll hope that doesn't happen. But hey. Then Bronkshire Giant, again, just one of the best cards of the format. Cropped up everywhere, but here, excellent. Also, notably, the Stomp effect stops damage being prevented, which does come every now and again and people kind of forget about. Things like protection with Brave the Elements when they're blocking. You can kind of get them, and that's something that's now relevant that wasn't really before. It's like if your opponent's like, oh, I'm going to like pro-red and then block, you can stop their face, and then that damage does not get prevented, which is kind of nice. Challenger Just to Kill. Great, we're playing it 2/2 split on Challenger, which is kind of interesting. So most decks like will play mostly Challenger Just to Kill, and then maybe have some Torch of Defiance to the sideboard. Again, free wins. Hey, versus Control, if you land Torch of Defiance, you win the game. But obviously, versus kind of like what's the decks? The -3 is really useful. And then hey, yeah, cards just great. And we're trying, again, we're playing a couple of extra lands here, 22 total, plus the 2 DFCs, so you have to play both. And then the other reason you're playing more lands is for Chain Whirler. I said free wins, I meant free wins. Some decks cannot beat this card. I've played a bunch of Elves, I've played some Spirits, like, hey, just really strong. And yeah, so this is how we decided to build. You can go like Anax plus Embercleave, and that's another way to go. It's interesting, because Eidolon means there's actually a few different versions to play the red deck. Obviously, you can't cast this off of Burning Tree Emissary, for example. But on the other hand, like, hey, you have options here. So it's interesting, and yeah, it's weird to say that about Mono Red sometimes. Like you could still build Obosh, play all like the 1-drops, just play 1s and 3s, like with Light Up the Stage, and what's the Spectacle burn spell called? Nope, forgot it. Sorry. Anyway. The actual mana base is the other side of this, is that you get to play a bunch of utility lands. You've got your 4 mana lands here with Den of the Bugbear, you have your 4 Hamlet Ruins, then you also have the Sekenzin. Your lands are actually kind of great. And then, yeah, 13 Mountains. Woo. I'll go into the sideboard, but again, we're just going to go through Midweek Magic, which is best of 1. 2 copies of Rending Volley and a Brain, obviously catches artifacts. Unchained Berserker is really nice versus Mono White, which has risen in popularity quite a bit with Brave the Elements, Mutavault. It's got some new tools. 4 copies of Obliterating Bolt. And then a couple of Hearthstone Graveyard Hate and Hazoret versus Control decks. Something like Black-Red, which they just don't really have good answers to it. Not unanswerable, but generally the answers to it aren't very great. So, let's hop in and get our reds. Wait, I was meant to slide that, wasn't I? Nice. Here we are. Alright. Yeah, there's a few more decks I've got lined up to play. As I said, I have another new version of Elves was planning on doing Kruger Fires before Explore Anthology 2, didn't really get around to it, and then once Anthology 2 came out, you had Nylea's Presence, and so it was like, oh, I really want to showcase the Enigmatic Incarnation decks. We did a video on that last week, so that's something interesting to check out. But yeah, I'll be doing Kruger Fires this week at some point. Now, I've been uploading effectively daily. This Tuesday I didn't have a video planned, and then we ended up hitting Mythic and was like, oh, I'll turn that into a video. But my plan is to basically try and like alternate over the holidays. We'll see how that goes. Maybe I end up uploading daily anyway, and I have a bunch of time to record and stuff. I don't really know yet. But yeah. Let me know in the comments if there's anything you particularly want to see. Sacrifice. Interesting. I'm trying to work out how I want to sequence this. So, well, let's let Soul Scum Agent play first. We'll work out how we want to sequence this. Well, maybe it makes sense to play this plus spare, but I want to, depending on what we draw in terms of, like, having the Soul Scum Agent play, leave us with some extra lines in terms of where we put, like counters, damage, that kind of thing. Depending on what they make on 2. So to be fair, the most important thing is that we kill a potential, these words and things. Kill a potential Mayhem Devil. Sorry. I don't know how I want to sequence these. We're going to make 2 Swift Spears now, the next time we're going to attack for a turn. We make 1 Swift Spear, make a Kimono, next time put a Swift Spear, which is bigger, get to buff them still. I feel a bit dumb just like tanking on this decision. I'm going to make the Swift Spears and come in, attack, and then we'll go ahead. Going main phase Village right here makes me feel like they didn't really have that many lands. We'll see how that runs true or not. Obviously, I have the blood token to loot away, but hey. We'll see. Sacrifice can be a little tricky. Like, once they get, like, Cat and Oven go, because we're not playing... Like, we have Chain Whirler, which cleans up a lot of their stuff, but because we're not playing Embercleave, it can be hard to push damage through if they've got Oven in play and just keep looping Cat. We'll see, though. We'll see. Alright, what we got here? I think they are kind of stuck on lands, because they're looking at this blood token like they want to loot off it. Oh, that's a Witch's Oven. Okay. Fair enough. A little awkward. We're going to go pretty wide over the next couple of turns here. Okay, 2 Witch's Ovens. I'm they're just going to sack this off now. Looks like they're not going to have it. Alright, well, let me try and max punish this. I'm still going to make the Kimonos. Basically, we're going to use this play with fire as a, hey, if you're going to try and... It depends what sequence they do this in, I guess. If they're smart and leave the cat in the graveyard, then fair enough. But if not, we can maybe snipe it with a play with fire. We'll see how this goes. I'm not really opposed to casting it on face. If they sacrifice it, I think kind of no, I think I have to give my opponent the benefit of the doubt. Basically. We're gonna do 10 here. And I would like the scry to make sure I find a creature to take advantage of these Kimonos. Okay. I'm gonna do this now, it doesn't make a big difference. Like a man land, but this is on the bottom. Alright. We'll see what we draw next then. And what our opponent does here. Again, they were debating using the blood to loot on their last turn and didn't end up doing it. They decided to play or basically get another Witch's Oven in play instead. Which gives them like an extra life basically. Okay, I'm gonna make a new epic here. They hit the land. Alright. Just kind of main phase cycling. Okay, we did not hit here. We do at least get to play as Kumanos. We're going to hold on to the Sekenzan, because if we draw like a mountain, we're just going to use it. Obviously next time we get to go super wide. I feel like if they had a village rights, they'd used it already. Okay. I'm going to block sack here, I'm going to take some damage. We've got 2 2/2s coming next turn, another 2/2 coming the turn after that. Like, how much can they clock us for in the meantime? That's probably not enough. They did have a village rights. Okay. Now, I say this all, if they untap and have land Mayhem Devil, we're still in a bunch of hut. Like, we're going to have creatures coming across the board, but they're going to get to blow up a bunch of stuff. Doesn't look like they have a Mayhem Devil in their hand, otherwise they would have done this on their turn. But we'll see. They did hit the third land. Either from the village rights or draw step. So their Mayhem Devil, they can do 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 points of damage. They can pop 2 things. Okay, no Mayhem Devil, we have an Omnixless. Currently it's Omnixless, and they've casualtied it, but at the moment, this will go +1, discard 2. I'll decline discard. It could be... Again, if we draw a land, we're going to activate it. Now they can sacrifice this, but they fortunately can't kill one of our creatures with it. Kind of big. Chain Whirl is kind of the... not best possible draw, but it's a good draw. One, two... thing is, because we're obviously not pyring these up. Now I'm like, I kind of want to play Sekenzan just to incorporate, so we draw like a Ramanap Ruins. If we draw the Ramanap Ruins, we get to make 2 tokens, which do 2 damage anyway, though. So, I don't know. Doesn't seem worth playing the land. Opponent's holding priority here, which is interesting. And this is fairly scripted. This picks up one of the Omnixus as well, right? Yeah. We get the little boost. They're just going to pick him up. That is fair enough. Alright. One down. Let's see what we win. On arena. Here we go. What do we get? That's a request. And... a... Golden Argosy. Sure. It's a rare we don't have. We'll take it. Oh well, a rare we don't have all copies of, I think. We go again. Actually, just a moment. Right, sorry, I had to answer the door. Let's get in again. Let's get in. Mishra was obsessed with ancient threat. Okay, well. Just why I decided to be a guy to read. Zapdos 101. Alright. I've always said Zapdos, but I started learning Pokemon in America. Maybe it is Zapdos. Oh no. People say Zapdos. I can't get behind that. Zapdos. Watery Grave. Okay, Thoughtseize. I'm like, what can I read into that? Like, not too much. They probably take Chain Whirler here just to take a threat out of my hand. It feels bad taking play with fire with Thoughtseize because it feels like you just play with fire yourself, but like... yeah, this makes sense. We'll make an Eidolon. Sure. Alright. New kid on the block is here to play. I just eat your removal spots right away. Elijah Shredder, interesting. We'll take some damage to do this. Ow. But then we're gonna... oh, they're done. Yeah, the thing is, so I presume this is like a... it might not be a proxy deck, like it could still be like Greasefang. But yeah, if you're playing that just ready, you're probably wanting to cast lots of cheap spells. And so, yeah, Eidolon's kind of doom I've been on the other side of uh, Shredder into Lightning Strike when you're on the draw, and it's not fun. Alright, what do we win? And we have a drumroll, please. Katsunari, Toad Rider. Cool card, cool card. Alright, alright. We filling out our collection of standard res. I'm at that point where I'm like, okay, we're gonna start stocking up gold again for rotation. Oh, one important thing to remember is that when you're buying boosters, it only triggers your like gold booster counter if they're the most recent set. If for some reason you're like, you think you're gonna want to buy more Brothers War boosters, do it now rather than later. Because if you buy them after the Phyrexia set comes out, then you will not get the track rewards. Alright. See. The Soul Mage to lead with. We have the Chain Whirler here. It just really depends if they have the Nut Draw. Do they have a Curious Obsession? Okay, Faceless Haven spells good. Alright, I've not seen anything yet. I'll get the Bugbear out of hand. I'm gonna move to combat. Which feels weird. But I do want to play this Eidolon. But it's hard to do so into 2 open mana. I think it's pretty forced. It freezes us up next turn to go like Soul Mage, Lightning Strike, or something like that. Or make the Chain Whirler. I think this is fine. The other thing is that Chain Whirler plus Soul Mage is a nice little combo. Oh, that's gonna resolve. Okay. You have to be a little careful that they don't just like put too much pressure on us. Depends. Like if they tap out here for a Lord, things might get tricky. We have a Lightning Strike, like it's not too bad. I'm not gonna block. They didn't pump. They have some interaction. Mountain. Again, gonna attack here. See if they have flash creatures. Well, obviously their creatures have flash anyway, but things gonna connect. They didn't have a 2 mana counter spell. They decided to play their activities instead. Like if they could have like Geist snared this. You make the Chain Whirler. We have 2. It's like oh, it's bad. It can only be so bad. They have a Supreme Phantom. It's fair enough. But this still puts counters on everything. With the Soul Mage in play. So the second Chain Whirler, if they still got counters, will hopefully Spell Doom. Also reduces the power of their team. Okay, they have another Supreme Phantom. They're going to take damage for that, go down to 11. Bear in mind that we will eventually have a Lightning Strike online. They could have drawn a counter spell. They're going to come in 2-1. What does it become? It becomes a 2-3 with +2 -1. Alright. No blocks. Or maybe blocking is good. Okay, so we're on 9. Not having an untapped land here is fine. Not great. Declare attacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We have lethal. I'm gonna make a block. They have a Faceless Haven. But I think we can maybe wipe the board here. Depends on the last 2 cards are. Oh, it's so tough. We have a Lofty Dial here. 1, 2, 3, 4. They go to 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. Hang on there. 4. 6, 7, 8. Yeah. The get got. I haven't done the maths here. Now let's the chain where strike it kills the board, right? Yeah. Okay. I was like, if we leave the chain, if they have anything in play, the Faceless Haven kills us. So like, if they have like an Ender Surge Rattle Chains, which obviously also nukes the Lightning Strike itself anyway. But okay. If they have Island Curious Obsession, I'm ending the video here. They did not. Okay, we move on to the next one. Oh, it's actually 3-0, isn't it? Well, hey, there you go. Thanks for watching. This has been Mono Red. Battle it out. The reason I like playing red in like the Midweek Magic events is that you just get to finish them quickly, get your cards, and leave. Not because like I want to get in and I want to like not play Magic, but hey, I do want to be able to finish my dailies quickly or whatever. So hey, we've done that. Mission accomplished. Red deck is good. Would recommend this build. Again, like Embercleave and Anax, still very good. I think Obosh is good. It just depends on your personal preference and your playstyle. And yeah, hey, take it for a spin. Let me know how it is. Other than that, have a great day. Thanks for watching the video. Please like and subscribe. Smile. That's my Christmas present. That could be your Christmas present to me if you really want to do that. That'd be great. Oh no. Other than that, happy holidays and yeah, take care. Have a wonderful time.